So let's take a look at the tool Padlet. And if you were a Padlet user before, please recognize that it has changed recently. Okay, so if I wanted to go in, you would want to go and create a Padlet account. What I'm going to do is actually log into Padlet instead because I already have an account. And notice that when you log in, you can log in with your Google account, which makes it really nice and easy. Then when my Padlet page comes up, you can see that here's my dashboard and here's all of my active stuff. So we're going to show you how to create a Padlet. You just click on New Padlet. And up in the right-hand corner, you're going to get access to some tools. So I'm going to close that. You can clone a page, you can share a page. Here's your tool to modify the page, and there's some more tools under the three dots there. So let's take a look first at modifying. Now, really important, if you let your Padlet be freeform, you can see that the boxes just kind of randomly go around the page, and when people share things, when you have it in freeform, which is its default, they kind of tend to overlap one another. So I usually like to use either grid or stream, okay? So in order to use a different one, you just click on the other one. Notice that it gave me this roller derby background, but I can control what background I use. So here are my wallpaper options. If I click more here, you can see that there's lots of different choices that they give you for wallpaper. However, my favorite thing to do is just do add your own, and then you can upload a picture that you might have and use it instead. So I'm going to use this iStem picture. Okay, so you can see now that I have a unique background, but you can put in whatever background you want to. There's also a theme down here, but notice you have to have the premium plans for the themes, and no need to have a premium plan. You can get everything for free that you would probably use. You can use a symbol if you want to, and if you do a symbol, notice it appears up in the upper left-hand corner of your page. So hopefully, you know, I don't think it's a necessary thing that you use that. Sorry, my Padlet message just popped up there for a second. You can also tag your Padlet page if you want to. Notice this is your Padlet address, and if it's just going to add some, letters and numbers at the end of whatever my Padlet page is called. So you can see it's padlet.com/CassidyH because that's what I named it when I logged in. I can change what this says here though, okay? So if I wanted it to make it like STEM 3 or something like that, I could very easily change it to that. Okay, so you can make that unique. Okay, so I'm going to save and close the modification. Over here in the three buttons, this is where there's a help page. So if you ever need help with Padlet, they have videos that go through it. They have lots and lots of help issues that you can sort of look up and get easy help with. There's an invite people section. So I can actually invite people to share in this page. I usually use share or embed instead, and if I use that, notice that it gives you some different options here, but I can copy the link, for instance, and then leave the link somewhere for people to get to it, and that's usually how I do it. However, if you have your own web page, you could embed it on your website or in a blog. You can email it straight to people, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, and you can actually export it different ways as well. Okay, and you can see that down there. There's even a QR code, which is possible. Notice under this People and Privacy tab in the Share section, really important. Right now, mine is set to secret. Okay, and if I want to share this with people, then I could leave it at secret and just share the link with them. But notice down here, I can give them different access. So right now I have it set so that they can write. I could also just have them be able to read and not post anything to it. Or if I wanted them to moderate, they would actually be able to go in and edit each other's posts. Okay, so just think about the level that you want your students to have when they use this tool. I could set something to completely private. I could have a password that accompanies it, or I could set it to public. So there's some different ways that you can go about there. You can also require admin or moderator approval before posts are published. I've never done that myself, but if you were working with a group of students and you thought there's some questionable things could pop up, you could always require that. Okay, so a couple ways to get around in there. You can also see here that I can print my Padlet page if I want to, and the other ones are pretty straightforward. All right, so that is how you use Padlet. If you ever want to create another Padlet page, you just click the plus down here in the corner and start all over again. Okay, so have fun collaborating with students in Padlet. Thanks.